Hello everyone, I am back to bring you another video on how to do some Zen doodles. These are very nice calming things that you can do in just a few minutes. This is a project I started a few weeks ago. Haven't really had much time to work on it, so it's very not finished. But in their finished processes or layouts, they would look like this one here. Or even this one. Actually, wait, it goes this way. So, as you can see, it's just a lot of different designs that are put together to make a picture. Sometimes shapes appear and they just kind of happen, so you go with it. So, I made a duck. Wasn't planning on making a duck, but that's what actually formed, so just go with it. So today is going to be a nice simple design. We're going to do this kind of, I don't know, lattice type work over here. I really don't name my stuff, and I'm not really a student of Zentangle per se. I've been doing this stuff since I was 14, and Zentangle wasn't even a thing in the early 90s. Also telling my age there. So the pens that I'm using is the King Art Inkline pen. This is a 0.5. There's several different sizes that you can use for this. You can use just a regular fountain pen if you want. You don't have to get fancy in terms of what you use. Sometimes I will use the really small ones like 01. If I'm doing like some really intricate line work, maybe in a tiny section and I don't really want a thick line, I'll use a thinner pen. These come in a variety of sizes from extremely small to the big fat brush markers. So, like I said, we're going to do that simple little lattice design. We're going to use this little section up here that I started from my previous video. And you don't have to worry about straight lines. If your lines aren't totally straight, that's okay. In fact, we're going to make this one kind of diagonal to kind of match the top. And you don't have to do that. You can cut it off straight if you want. I just want to make mine diagonal. It will help you to do these if you do turn your page so your hand doesn't get in your way. I'm going to put a line down the center. I've had a lot of practice drawing lines, so mine are somewhat straight. Not always straight, it's a little crooked. But you can also use a ruler or straight edge if you don't have a ruler. And sometimes you might start a design and forget what you were doing. So that's okay, because there is no perfection in this. So with this diagonal here, it's going to be a little bit different to be able to make these lines go perfectly straight like this. And again, that's okay. So what you have in a situation like that, you're going to kind of come up, and then you're going to take this one the opposite direction. So you might end up with a section that's going to be a little bit bigger. You can do this, like, and that doesn't necessarily have to connect to that. I don't think I wanted that line to go that way. I wanted it to go this way. See, sometimes you make a mistake, but that's okay, because actually when you get everything finished, it's not going to look too much like a mistake. And you can just do straight lines here. The point of this is, because most of the time you're not making this stuff to kind of like sell it somewhere. You're making it for relaxation, for just pure enjoyment. I don't really get super bent out of shape when I'm doing these. So you can just choose to come down one side, which is what I normally do. I tried a little different for this video and it didn't really work out well. But that's okay. Sometimes it's good to break from the norm. You might try something new and discover something new. Didn't work for me this time. As you can see, these lines are not very straight. So now we're just going to come from this way and we're going to do this. And when this is all finished, you'll see that sometimes that not so uniformity part of it, where it's just a little different, actually adds a different dimension to it and another layer of interest. If you do a lot of abstract art like I do, you will soon discover that there are really no mistakes in art. Like Bob Ross used to say, they're just happy little accidents. And sometimes those happy little accidents create something entirely new and different. So I kind of like this one. It gives a feeling of almost like blinds, like these are a little more open and these are like more closed. I really don't like the way this one's going though. This one really should have gone this way. So a little blip right there, but still, we're not making this to sell. We're just making this for something that's calming and relaxing for us to do in some free time. If you ever get on one of those long, drawn out phone calls and you're just kind of like talking to somebody and you just need something to do with your hands, this is a very good thing you can do. So anyway, just gonna clean up some of these lines just a little bit. That's it for this lesson. Again, I call this somewhat, it's a type of lattice work. You could call it blinds if you wanted to. I'm not sure what the Zentanglist people call these things. To be honest, for me, they're just doodles. I don't really get involved in trying to name what I did, but that's just me. So I will be back again in a future video. We'll choose another simple, easy pattern. Of course, these things can get really intricate, but I'm trying to give you guys some really simple ones to start off with so that you can just see how fun and enjoyable this can be and maybe make your own beautiful design. So I will see you guys again soon.